Hi, I'm April Rain Singer. I have something very special that I want to share with you. It is called the Flash Technique. It is a form of therapy for unlinking emotional triggers and helping with PTSD. It helps with a lot of things. So I'm just going to get to the bottom of it. I'll tell you some stories about my life. To start with, at the beginning of my life, I had 4 mothers and 4 fathers by the time I was age 5. And one of them was an unmedicated schizophrenic. One of them was an abusive alcoholic. And one was a pedophile. And I bonded with my grandmother and was taken from her and adopted to another family at the age of 5. And so I kind of got lost in the shuffle of a big family and that did daycare. And so through the use of, like in high school, getting into drugs and alcohol, I never really got to the core of my trauma until recently, until this past year. And so it has been a healing journey for me. So there's one thing about me, probably starting around the age of 30, I got into just different kinds of spiritual journeys and personal growth kind of things. Like I did Landmark. I got into a program called MITT, Masters in Transformation. I traveled to Peru with the shamans of the Amazon forest and did ceremony with ayahuasca and San Pedro and did Reiki practices and got initiated in a Diksha blessing. So I have, for a long time, I was kind of like on this path of escapism from myself, but trying to dive into spirituality and nothing really worked until I got to this process called the Flash Technique. And stopping drinking certainly helped. And and going crazy didn't really help either. Dark night of the soul. Yep, been there, done that. Had a couple paranormal experiences to pull me out. It has been a journey. I'm here to tell you. So the reason why I'm telling you all this is because if I can heal myself, you can heal yourself. And I'm going to show you how to do it. So anyway, I'll give you some examples. Okay, so, well, first of all, like if you're feeling paralyzing fear, if you're feeling anxiety about simple little things like going to the grocery store, or you're having anxiety around men, generally when you have these kinds of feelings, they're linked to some experience that you've had in the past, and it's in your subconscious mind, and it keeps rearing its ugly head. So, like for me, I had some pretty severe abandonment issues. I'll give you some examples of things that I personally unlinked. I unlinked low self-worth, belief that everyone I love leaves me, that I'm unlovable. I unlinked disrespect for myself. I unlinked not trusting. And I unlinked obsession and pain being linked to love. And one of the really good ones that I unlinked is the deep, dark hole that was inside of me. I unlinked, and it's gone. Hallelujah. So, yeah, all you need to do is have a happy place in your mind that you can go to. And you sit yourself down. I'm going to walk you through it. You sit yourself down and you are having this feeling. You're having this feeling of anger from when your father did something to you as a child. It can be anything. You just need to pinpoint generally what it's linked to. So like for me, I would say this abandonment that I'm feeling now is linked to my childhood. I was pretty vague about it because I was so young. I didn't have the memory of what and when and how. It just kind of lived in my subconscious mind. So you sit yourself down and you say, this feeling of blank is linked to blank. And then you say out loud to yourself, subconscious mind, are you willing to unlink these events now? And you say, yes. You say, we are going to process this now and unlink these events. When I say the words flash, we are going to unlink these events. And you close your eyes and you go to your happy place and you lock onto your happy place and you say the words flash and you squint your eyes. Flash. Flash. And you stay in your happy place and you set a timer for about 10 minutes, and you just periodically, when you're locked on to that happy place, like my happy place is dance. I have memories of dance that are very locked into my memory. And so that's where I go. So you need to have a place like that. And so you do it for about 10 minutes. And then when the timer goes off, you say flash 3 times. And then you squint 3 times really fast. Flash 3 times. Flash 3 times. Flash 3 times. And you do that, 6, 7 times. And then you sit with yourself and you see how you're feeling. Most of the time, 10 minutes can unlink the trauma of that feeling that you're having. If you're feeling like something needs to be, like you need to do a little bit more, then go ahead and set the timer and do it again. But 10 minutes should unlink the trauma. I have a technique that I use that I'm going to be teaching called muscle testing. And that's what I use to determine that if I have unlinked mine for sure. So yeah, right. This is a tool. This is a tool that it's in the vein of EMDR, but it's different. There seems to be less side effects. You just feel better. I can promise you that you're going to feel better after you do this technique. So after all this healing that I've done on myself, I did spend about, I was in a relationship where I was getting extremely emotionally triggered, and spent about good 3 weeks in bed working on myself. But out of it came my purpose. I have discovered that I am a crystal shaman healer, and I have been making things for people that have been helping people with things like depression and fibromyalgia and sleep and needing less medication for things and hormonal problems with menopause. So all this healing that I've done through the flash technique on myself has opened me up to my life purpose. And so I am very excited to be in service and helping you. So if you need anything, you can email me at aprilrainsinger@gmail.com. That's April, REIGN, singer, SINGER, @gmail.com. So if you know anybody that has any PTSD, who is suffering from anxiety, anger, and who's just wants to work on themselves, this is a tool to do it. So many blessings to you and best of luck. Bye-bye.